right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Camp Springs Civic Association September 11, 2025 meeting. But before we get started, I want us to give a um, have a moment of silence for the people of 9/11 who lost their lives on this day. Okay, all right. Now, I want to start by saying I want to welcome everyone. So I'm going to start out. Good evening, everyone, my neighbors, friends, fellow residents of the Camp Springs. Thank you for joining us tonight. For those who don't know me, those who know me know how much I love this community. And for those who haven't met me yet, I hope tonight you start that conversation. Take a moment to think about what you love most about living here in Camp Springs. Is it the quiet streets, the friendly faces you see in the park, the fact that so many of us choose to make this our home, raise our families, and build our lives here? We are all invested in this community, and it's our collective care that makes Camp Springs special. But even in a great community, there's always opportunities for improvement. We can either wait for problems to fix themselves, or we can fix it and get involved and be the change we want to see. Maybe you're concerned about the local safety. Maybe you notice more litter on us on our streets, or maybe you worry that our community isn't as connected or as it could be, that we become a collection of individual homes rather than a true neighborhood. These are the issues that we as a community have the power to solve. That's where the Camp Springs Civic Association comes in. We are a unified voice of our community, homeowners, renters, families, and business owners, all working together. We aren't a secret club. We are a volunteer run group of residents who want to see our community thrive. The association is more than just meetings, it's a platform for action. With this civic association, your concerns become a focused agenda. Your good ideas become tangible projects. We provide the structure and the network to turn our collective goodwill into real measurable progress. We've seen it happen in other communities, and we know it can happen here. By joining us, you can help build a strong community because we organize social events, build a friendship which strengthens our bonds as neighbors. We speak with a single powerful voice to influence local government on issues like zoning, infrastructure, and public service. Through organized cleanups, neighborhood watches, programs, and other initiatives, we can tackle issues that bother us the most. Increase our sense of pride when we work together and we see the results. We all take more pride in our new neighborhoods. Let me tell you a little story about myself. I got involved because I believe the power of a single person to make a difference. I started a small. I started small. I attended a meeting just to see what was all about. I was impressed by the passion of the room and the dedication of our neighbors. But what struck me the most was that the realization that with more of us, we could accomplish so much more. Our strength is in our numbers, and our potential is limitless. So tonight, I'm asking you to do more than just listen. I'm asking you to get involved. We have a membership form online on our website. It takes a few minutes to sign up. And if you're not ready to commit to a membership, just give us your email address so we can keep you updated on community events and meetings and schedules. If you have a special skill, and any skill is special, a great idea, or even just an hour to volunteer for the neighborhood cleanups, we want to hear from you. The success of this association doesn't depend on one person, it depends on all of us. Our community is what we make it. We all can sit back and hope that things get better, or that we can stand up, or we can stand up and take an active role in shaping our future. Let's make Camp Springs an even better place to live together. Thank you. And I am Delonte Harrison, your president of the Camp Springs Civic Association. And let's get our meeting started. All right, so on our agenda, On our first agenda, we have our cops officer. Mr. Miller, are you there? Corporal Miller? I know I saw him I saw him in here.
He's here, but he's
Okay.
doing two things.
Okay.
I'll send him a text.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Well, we can go to our financial report. Ms. Randolph, if you here, you can start with you.
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, as far as the membership goes, as of 2023, there were 8,310 households in Camp Springs. As of this morning, 20 households have become members for this membership year. The membership dues collected is $382. This means that there are many more households in Camp Springs that can join us in the good work that this association does. So we need everyone to please tell your Camp Springs friends and neighbors to come join us and become members of this association. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. The theme tonight is that we need people to get involved in the community. All right, so let's go down to our next.
Okay, what is the membership fee?
Sure.
The membership fee is $20 for a household and $30 for a business.
Thank you.
Someone asked a question. How much are the dues and how can I pay it in person?
The dues for a household is $20. Business is $30. Unfortunately, unless you visit a board member, you cannot pay in person because we at this time are not meeting in person, but you can go into PayPal on our page and pay your dues that way, or you can send a check to our PO box and we can put that information in the chat.
Okay. Anyone else has any more questions? She said, thank you. All right, so is Corporal Miller back? Did we get in touch with him again?
Not yet. I know he's being active in that
Okay.
event, but I told him, let me know when you're ready to speak.
Okay, so
we'll just circle back to him.
Okay, well, we're gonna go to Miss Goin McGangs.
Good evening. Thank you so much. I'm sitting here, and the more I've started doing some research when I'm trying to prepare for just sharing some information with our community, and got caught up. One of the things that I really would like to impress upon the membership and the neighbors who are on the phone, and a number of people a lot of times are reluctant or just to organize or to join the civic association. But part of what I think we really need as a collective to think about is why. Why is this important? Why is your participation and your dues, is that important? I learned when I was working with my daughter, knocking on doors and walking through the community, that a number of people in our neighbors, especially older people, because this is Camp Spring is an aging community. A number of them said, for example, well, I don't have any kids in public school, so, and so their interest was kind of low at that point. But one of the things I think it's important for us to understand collectively as a community, that where our dollars are going in terms of property taxes. I don't think most of us, or a lot of people, realize that it's over 60% of the revenue that the county collects goes to our education system. And unfortunately, and I hate to share this, but it's real, we're like of the second largest school district in the state, but we rank number 22 with And I've just looked at some numbers here. I mean, in terms of billion to like $2 billion annual budget for the school system. And all of us understand, and either we have some choices here. Communities this size generally have businesses to help raise revenue. Like, and I can compare Montgomery County, which is the largest, and Prince George's. We pay higher taxes, property taxes, than they do. And a lot, now again, I was surprised to know that, learn that. And part of the issue is we don't have the businesses. You know, Montgomery County has the restaurants, they have all kinds of other resources that contribute to their revenue for their county. And I'm basically saying, and I'm tying it into membership, part of the issue is we have got to organize ourselves, come to some consensus about what's important for us, what do we want to see our neighbor, our community look like in 5-10 years, and be about the business of collectively making sure our voices are heard, and then we can drive the change. We're losing population now. There are about 5 counties in this state that the numbers are not going up. And we can just look at our neighborhood. There's some, but there's very little new construction in terms of homes. And if the schools are not doing that well, if I'm a young couple or a young mother or a young father who has children in the public school system, why would I move? And just think about this. Move it to this area, South County, when I'm going to have to pay for private schools or have my children enrolled in a school that may not be the best. So, and I was hearing that along the trail when I was working with my daughter, but when I looked at the stats, it's very real. We're losing, we're not growing as much, and the trend is going down. My overarching here, the membership issue is something critical. I think in terms of going forward, that should be an area that we as a organization put a lot of emphasis on, because it helps educate people. We can make sure that we are advocating for the needs of our community collectively, and take better control or have some control over our community, how we live, what we want, what we need, as opposed to just waiting for something to happen. I think that's the most important area on issue. When you talked about the percentage of the numbers of residents in Camp Springs, even in terms of our planning, strategic planning, what's our goal in terms of what percentage of 8,000, because I've heard the numbers a little different, but what percentage of those 8,000 do we think realistically we want to have as members? And the businesses. We're losing businesses. Every time you turn around, 7-Eleven is closed, other things are closing. But we're not collectively sharing our voices or combining our voices to make sure that we can do something about it. So I'm talked to several other members, and we're all in. I haven't spoken with anyone who's not agreed that that's something that we should be focused collectively on. That's like number one, to make sure we get more people in Camp Springs involved, and to brainstorm. There are a lot of different ways to do it. One of which, you challenge each member, current member now, the next meeting, let's all bring one more member. Because using this forum really supports that, because we're helping to educate our community, and at the same time, there's strength in numbers. And we need to know what our neighbors are concerned about, what the elderly folks are concerned about, some of the issues that we haven't even thought about, but to operate more of a collective and to actively and proactively knock on doors, talk to our neighbors, to make sure we get people involved. The other thing it does, it lightens the load of those volunteers. This is an all volunteer, all civic association, most of them I think are all volunteer. And you've got a handful of people through the years have carried this on. But the more numbers we have, the more members we have, the more work we can get done. But I can go on and on about it because the more I look at this, I get passionate about it because coming from grassroots background, that's one of the areas I noticed that Prince George's County didn't do much of when I first moved here. The fact that we didn't need government as much because most people working and income and that kind of thing. But when you grow up in places like North Carolina, South Carolina, Louisiana, you understand that you absolutely have to organize and get our needs met, to get our needs met. And the world is changing. We're not talking collectively about the revenue we are losing when the commanders are moving, Six Flags moving, the fact that we didn't get the FBI building is something that we're not sure what the situation is going to be. But that means if the dollars are not coming from businesses, they're going to have to come from us, or we will lose services. Something's going to suffer. So I just think as association, we can take a part or take an active role in improving our situation and also take care of ourselves in the process. But that's something that I just really, really feel strongly. I don't think we're talking about it enough. I called literally a couple of our state county, state executive and county, and I spoke with even our chief staff, and he probably has the information to say, so has anybody calculated what we're going to lose in 2 or 3 years when these businesses that have already told us and they are leaving Prince George's? What kind of revenue? What does that mean? What's that lost? So and I couldn't get a number, but we all know significant size businesses leave. That's significant revenue. But anyway, I will shut up because I can go all day about this because it's something that is just near and dear to my heart. If anybody has any questions or any ideas, because I would like to, there were several of us who talked, and we are kind of working and want collectively to work on a membership committee so we can do some of the things, because I think there's some wonderful ideas, but also it's part of a strategic plan that I think that April so eloquently presented. But I'm just supporting and proposing that we put that's the top of our agenda, our list in terms of moving forward, that we have got to prioritize our membership. And I'm shut up. Any questions or any comments, or anybody else feel that strongly about it?
Ms. Beverly has her hand up.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, Ms. Taylor, and Ms. Goings. Thank you very much. I hear you talking about the things that, and you give a nice projection of the businesses that this community is losing, and and you talk about strategic planning. So my thoughts, as you state what you stated, is how can we begin to position ourselves as a civic association to start coming up with something as ideas, or how do we get involved to help our community not decline but increase with where the businesses are concerned? What can we do? Even, and I think it could be tied into, like you said too, the membership. The more people, the more families, the more connections, and who knows who, and all of that stuff like that. But you started my head to reel with thoughts of how can this civic association become strong and participate in the uplifting and the growth of our community as we see it declining in this climate that we're in. And I'm ready to go. If somebody could give me some suggestions how I can position myself and help our cause. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Thank you.
well, let me just share with you. This is exciting because it gets me excited. What we should do, as I mentioned, one thing that's very easy to do is make a commitment to, for example, next for our October board meeting, if each of us make a commitment to bring one more family.
Hmm.
But and also we were talking about going on dues. I think, thank goodness for some of the some of the members who have gone online and corrected or fixed the issue with the payment and the form
Hmm.
and those kinds of things. So that's easy because I went in yesterday and did my family's renewal. But those of you who are interested in kind of forming an ad hoc, and I'm just calling it that, in terms of brainstorming, there are a number of things that we we can do. But I think if, again, I just believe if there's some consensus about we're doing one, two, and three, and because a number of people individually can do other things, but as an organization, if we
Hmm.
can meet and just talk about and come up with a consensus of this is some of the ways what we're going to do. Like I just have a vision. Years ago, I know we had a neighborhood watch, and one of the ways we got people involved is we just kind of walked the street, knocked on the doors, and which ended up being really, really good because then we really, learned who our neighbors were and had started a really close camaraderie doing that. Um, there are a lot of people I've talked to who are in this community who are retired teachers, sorority sisters, guys, people who are part of fraternities, who have skill sets that we could really, really use. And one of the things we all know, just like the churches or any other volunteer organization, if you've got 5 people on one committee, then it doesn't overwhelm any one person. And that's what happens. I don't know. I take my hat off to Delante and Monique and the others who have carried Diane, who've carried the organization or the association all these years. But even if we had one of those critical committees, 2 people, minimum of 2 people working together, it won't overwhelm one individual. But I just would, my suggestion going forward is that we just kind of form an ad hoc. Anybody who's interested, put your information in this chat, and we can talk about it. But an easy thing is to make a commitment, and we can take time and put that on our agenda. Welcome new members, which is another part in terms of engagement. When people feel value and put them to work when they come in, it doesn't have to be something serious. Can you do this? Can you make the phone calls? Can you? That's what make people, when they buy in and they're putting their efforts in. That's
Hmm.
a very impactful but also useful way of holding on to people, because if they just just like anything else, churches, if they just bench warmers, they won't stay. But if they
Hmm.
that they have a critical role or play a critical role, the likelihood is that they would stay engaged. An- Anybody else has any other suggestions? Or
Some in the chat, Ms. Goins. Okay, so check the ones in the chat, but Plumber, you, can you resend your suggestion?
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Thank you so much. Okay, Mr. President, I need you to unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
All right.
did you get my message?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Corporal Miller is ready, and I see that our councilman, the chair of the council is on here also.
all right.
All right.
Okay, okay.
Let's welcome. We're gonna go with the chair because I understand he might be busy in another meeting, so we're gonna go ahead and move him up. I want to welcome the Chair Barrels to speak at our community our meeting. Welcome, Chair Barrels.
See what happened to let's see. I don't know if he dropped off. Maybe, let me see. He was on here.
Okay.
Well, let me find out yeah, I don't know if he dropped off, but he was here.
Okay, we'll go to Corporal Miller while you see
Yes.
that here.
Okay.
Corporal, you have a report for us here in Camp Springs?
There it is, man. Here we go. Yeah, here
Yeah,
you
I
go.
can see.
Hey, good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
Corporal Miller. Actually, I've been looking for the last 2 months. Y'all have nothing in your immediate area. Everything, cause St. Boniface and Road area is considered out. You just had about 5 stolen vehicle reports from the car dealerships up on St. Boniface Road. So
Okay.
for the last 2 months, it has no calls in your area.
All right.
That's it I got. Unless anybody got anything for me.
Let's see. Anybody have any questions for Corporal Miller?
Thank you. Good news.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess nobody has anything, Corporal Miller.
Yes, it's a
Hold
hand
on.
raised.
Oh, I can't
A
see. Okay.
hand raised. Go ahead, Miss Rush.
Hi, Corporal Miller. It is so good to hear that we don't have anything to really report in our area, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the work that you do in our community. Also, are there ways that we can continue to keep this number down? Are there any suggestions that you have for us that we should continue to follow to help with the public safety in our community? That would be nice to know as well.
Yes, ma'am. Like you always hear most of the chiefs and deputy chiefs say, if you see something, say something. Whether you think it's important or not, if you see somebody just roaming around in your neighborhood and you don't recognize them, you can call, give us a description. We'll come out. That give us a reason to come out and talk and see what the people doing. Especially like these people that solicit, supposed to be like Washington Gas, electric companies and stuff. Some of them guys are really not working for a company. So if you see people like that and you're not sure, if you don't see an ID around their neck, they don't want to show you ID, call us. When you call and we come out and stop them, we're gonna try to come out and stop them.
There's another hand, Miss April Price.
Hi, Corporal Miller. Thank you for joining us tonight. I have a question. A few weeks ago, we had an incident on my block where we had a few residents whose cars were vandalized. It seemed like someone came down the street, they shot out car windows, all the cars that were parked on the street. This happened Walton Avenue in Bramer. Do you guys have any reports on that in terms of did they find a suspect or did anything happen as a result?
What street was that? Because when I looked everything up, I didn't even see a vandalism in y'all community. So I'm gonna have to look
Yes,
that up and find out.
about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Walton Avenue, yes, at least 4 or 5 cars were vandalized, side windows, front and back windows.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up, look that street up and find out and get back to you on that because when I pull even vandalism up for the last 2 months, that didn't show up.
And it's not normal for our community. Normally, our neighborhoods are pretty quiet and they feel relatively safe. So this is unusual for us, and the neighbors are pretty stunned by it.
Yeah, I will look that up and let the president and them know or what I find. But yeah, I didn't see. I don't personally know anything about it. And no one has sent me a text message or email about that street and go do a security search.
Okay, thank you.
Hello? Oh, hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Carolyn Bird, and this is my first visit into the community civic association meeting, and I just heard a comment by Miss Angela Price regarding
That's April.
April, I'm sorry, April Price, regarding autos being shot out on Walton and Bramer.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm on Walton Avenue, and this is the first I've heard of anything of this sort. And I am sure I'm not stunned at what happened, but I am curious that I had no knowledge of this at all. I'm right here on Walton and on Walton Avenue. But
Yes,
this
it
is
happened a few weeks
interesting.
ago. I can give you the exact date. Give me a second. I'll look through my text messages.
Okay.
And I'll share that exact date with everyone.
And there's no update or any information that Officer Miller can provide. Is that correct?
Not that we heard.
He's gonna look into it, but he doesn't, he didn't, when he looked through the system, there wasn't anything about that.
Oh,
Okay, and I can give you the date here. That incident took place Sunday, August 17th. And it happened around 6:30 in the morning, around 6:30 in the morning. That was when my next door neighbor, they caught someone kind of ruffling through their cars. And at first they thought, it was, petty theft or something like that. But then when they looked down the street, all of the cars on that block, their windows, on their side windows and some front and back windows, and none of our Ring cameras caught it.
and was this on Bramer or on Walton?
On Walton Avenue. And I live right at the intersection of Bramer and Walton.
Bramer and Walton. I'm in the cul-de-sac on Walton, where those houses are back near the wooded area when you go straight to the end.
Okay, yeah, it didn't come that far back.
You're on the corner of Bramer and Walton. I know exactly where you are. Thanks for sharing that. And we really need to get together on what's going on in our community because
Yep, and that came as a great expense to all the neighbors because of course everyone had to immediately get windows replaced.
I didn't hear that.
Everybody has to get windows replaced. It
Oh,
was a great
and the
expense.
vehicles.
Mhm.
I'm sure it was. Wow. Okay.
President Harrison.
Yes, ma'am.
Our chair of the council, Ed Burrows, he's left the chat. He must have to go.
Okay.
Okay, so he left the meeting. And I just want to say, Ms. Goins, you saw some suggestions in here, but the best way that we can, like, we're looking for volunteers. You can do it several ways. When you, like she said, put your information in here. And we can get back with you and you can go on the website. We have a list of the needs that we have. It's a list of all of the committees that we have that we need help with. So you can do that. But if you want to volunteer, just give us your information right now and we can put you in the right direction because we need help in all facets.
Right.
Of this organization to keep it going.
There's no talent that is everybody has a talent that we need.
Okay, thank you, Miss Plummer.
Right.
We got Miss Plummer.
Okay, we got is that everyone?
And Corporal Miller just looked in the system again.
And he finds nothing.
Maybe they didn't
maybe no one called the police.
Maybe nobody reported it, Ms. Price.
Yeah.
Because he's looked in the system and there's nothing about vandalism.
Okay, I'll follow up. My next door neighbor is a police officer, so I'll follow up.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move down to the on the agenda. We're gonna welcome Ms. Hamilton from WSSC. She's gonna give us an update about the projects of the water that's going on in our community. Want to want to
Yes.
welcome her.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. You know, this is some kind of meeting. I'm very excited to be a part of it and to hear all of this great messaging. First from Mr. Harrison, Miss Goins McCants, thank you very much. This, I mean, it's inspirational to hear, and I want to continue to follow kind of you know, some of your themes here. Glad we're here for this. Strength in numbers. I've heard that a number of times tonight.
Yes.
So, in order to continue with the theme, I have come in full effect. WSSC Water. I'm not doing this alone this evening. I want to introduce the team that's going to speak with you, because we do have a little presentation we want to give. We have several projects, as you well know, going on, and it's been going on for years in your community. And we want to talk about that and talk about schedule and where we are with things. First, I'm Joy Hamilton. I'm the project outreach manager for WSSC Water. Tonight also with us, there is Derek Jones. He's our construction manager for your area. Also, Tim Allen, who you have met before, who has addressed this group before. He is our technical contract supervisor for the projects you'll hear about this evening. We also have Henry Peterson here. Henry manages our paving and restoration. So you may have some questions and things that pertain to that. And then I also have Abby Abrahams with us, and she is my right hand, and she'll be sharing the slide presentation for us this evening. Okay, can everybody, do we have the slide presentation? Because we'll jump right into it. Okay, thank you. And then we can go to the agenda real quick. Just quickly, we'll need about 15 minutes of your time to kind of go through this, but then we'll be happy to answer questions at the end. So I've already introduced the project team. You're going to hear updates on the Allentown Road project, on the Old Branch Avenue project. We're talking about the ways that we can continue to have community feedback and get information to you. We are also going to do a very brief update on our Clinton Zone Phase 4 project, and then open it so you all can ask us anything that you'd like. Okay, next, thank you. So you all have seen this slide before, but I think it fits very well with really some of the things that you all are talking about here tonight, about looking ahead, building a future. And you might be thinking to yourself, man, WSSC has been really in our community intensely. But what we're really trying to do is ensure that you will be able to be ready for the future that's coming, additional population growth. Which is already happening in some areas in South County, as you know. So water, of course, for firefighting and emergency needs. So the Allentown Road project, the Old Branch Avenue project, also Clinton Zone, but they are really part of the bigger plan to make sure that we are ready to support the future that you all are so ready to build, right? We're not doing it alone. We're doing it together. So I just want to mention that we're working with key agencies like DPW&T and DPOT to ensure that we're coordinating kind of seamlessly We're working with elected officials through our intergovernmental office to reach out to Chair Burrows and to make sure that his office has information to support very much in the same way. We're also working with Camp Springs. We have enjoyed a great relationship working with Ms. Taylor, and we're enjoying sharing information right now through Mr. Harrison. I did want to let you know, we're doing a couple of things when we have big things to communicate, like if we're closing lanes, closing of the road. We also share that on social media. And I don't know how many of you actually participate and on Nextdoor, but you can always find our larger information about the projects on Nextdoor. We hit that to be sure everybody knows what we're doing. And we're going to continue to provide those kinds of updates as we close out these projects and move to completion. I just want to say, we know, I drive through there. I have only been in this position for 6 months, but in my 6-month short tenure, it has been a focus, these South County projects, and all the way up from our general manager, Powell, to me, to ensure that we communicate effectively, often on these projects. So we're going to continue to do that. And we want to hear from you about ways that we can do that just to close it out and make it more seamless for you. And we just want to complete it so that we can work safely and professionally and as quickly as possible, so that you can go on and on these newly paved roadways. All right, next slide, please. Okay, you know, at this point, I can turn it over to Tim Allen, but I do want to just say, this is an important slide. You might want to take out a camera and take a little picture of this, or you can feel free. We have shared the presentation with Camp Springs Civic, and we have no objections. You may share it with your membership, Mr. Harrison. That's fine. But I want to be sure that you know how to reach these gentlemen, because if you do have questions or concerns, I mean, really, Tim Allen is your first line of defense. And Derek Jones is a manager. He is also another resource. So this is important contact information to get down. Another important contact here is our claims department. If for any reason you do have a claim that you want and need to discuss with us, you can reach claims at 301-206-7095 or at claimsc@wsscwater.com. And we did include on the slide, there's a QR code that'll take you right to our claims page for more information. All right, I'm going to stop talking now and I'll turn it over to Tim Allen that'll take you through the Allentown Road project.
Thank you, Joy. I appreciate it. So I know everybody loves Allentown Road. Been three and a half years maybe now. It's beautiful. On the bright side, I will say, I went to school right off of Brinkley Road at Camp Springs Christian School when it was there. And this is the best that Allentown Road has looked in 35 years, at least. And y'all can chime in because I know you agree with me. At least from Temple Hills down to the Old Branch Avenue. That's the best it's looked in a long time since I graduated high school. That was 1989. So I see somebody smiling. Who's that? Carolyn Bird. All right, so this project this is about 100% complete. I'm going to say 99.5 because you're going to still see some residual work going on. up and down the road. We have to test the cathodic protection system, and they had to make some adjustments to it. So they just have to there's random spots where we have some lane closures, but nowhere near what you've been going through before. So we were completed 100% of the water main was finished being installed middle of August of this year. Everybody knows again that the paving's all been done, but we replaced 3.57 miles of water mains, ranging from 4-inch to 42-inch. I'm just talking about it. All our temporary patches have been replaced with permanent patches, and final paving and striping. The only thing left, and everybody knows this too because you drive there, Old Branch and Allentown Road, that intersection is hopefully going to be completed this fall. The Old Branch Avenue project actually butts up against the Allentown Road project, which I also manage. And we have a little bit of work to do on the Old Branch Avenue project in that intersection, which will all be done at night. It won't be as far and as intrusive with that, but I see Vicky has her hand up. Go ahead, Vicky.
You kind of answered my question. I was getting ready to ask about the time you're going to be working for the safety of the children that are returning back to school now, and for the sake of rush hour traffic. I wanted to know if there were going to be any road closures or lane departures. Could that be done outside of rush hour traffic?
Yeah, so right now the work hours or our normal work hours, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. So it shouldn't affect rush hour. Old Branch Avenue is a different story, obviously, because it's a whole different construction project. Their still hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, but one particular spot right now, we're working extended hours so we can get the lane closures, get the work done, and get out of there faster. What should take probably 6 to 8 weeks is going to take 4 to 6, maybe 5 weeks. I hope that helped. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, still concerned about the safety of the children when they come home from school, because that's still during their time of coming home.
Yeah, the earlier ones. I mean, we have flaggers, we have our traffic control setup is all approved by DPI, and they do take into account the children's safety and when they go to school and when they get home from school. And we pay attention to that as well. And we're in communication with Prince George's County Public Schools when we have lane closures or road closures or anything of that nature.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think we can go to the next slide. All right, the impacted streets. Everybody has seen this slide before. I'm just going to go back to the remaining work. I talked about it a little bit already, which we're doing cathodic protection testing. And some of it did not, the cathodic protection testing, just, I don't know what was wrong, but they had to go back and do some adjustments to it. And here we are again, final paving and striping. Hopefully this fall is going to be pending weather and completing that section for the Old Branch Avenue project. We can go to the next slide. Here's some pictures of when we were paving Allentown Road, and everyone can see how good it looks, but everybody can see how good it looks now, except for maybe a couple spots, but that's not our fault. No, I'm kidding. All right, we can go to the next slide. Yep. So Old Branch Avenue, you see on the left, if you're on a computer, that's where they were building the new flow control vault. It's about 96% complete. We started in March of 2022. We hope to be completed by November of this year. That's our goal. We only have about 50 feet of 30-inch water main left to be installed. We have a few valve vaults that need to be installed. Those are at Allentown Road and Old Branch Avenue. That's that remaining work. And we have to tie the water mains together at Allentown Road, Old Branch Avenue intersection. And then final paving and striping, everybody's seen, I hope so, if you drive that area, or if you drive Old Branch Avenue, you've seen that we've done paving and striping, the final mill and overlay. We've been doing that in phases. So as we complete a section and it's ready to be paved, we're doing that as we go. And that's based off of what knowledge we've gained from the community. Next slide. Here's some pictures again of the progress on Old Branch Avenue. Everybody knows that Old Branch Avenue going north of Kirby Road's open now, 100% open. And some of the paving has been done just to make a good ride for everybody. To the left, you can see the flow control vault installation, that huge thing. You could probably live in it. This is where we had the road closed, and while we had the road closed north of Kirby Road, you can see the construction we're doing there. And then everybody's happy, I'm sure, that the Kirby ramp repairs and traffic control was removed and Kirby Road ramp is open. Next slide. Yep. Allentown Road, the project map impacted streets are everything between Allentown Road and Old Branch Avenue all the way to Piscataway Road. The next slide. And here's some of the paving that we've done on Old Branch Avenue. Once we complete a certain area, we'll go in and paving it. Next slide. Traffic impacts. So southbound Branch Avenue and Kirby Road ramp closure, detour to Coventry Way. That's the ramp is currently open. Final paving is pending right in that area. That's going to be one of those things we're getting ready to do that hopefully soon. We just said that northbound Old Branch Avenue is reopened on August 22nd of 2025. Final paving is pending in that area as well. It's going to be about the same time, those first two. And then we had one more, we were supposed to do a road closure. And that's where I said we were able to do some adjustments to it. Now it's only going to be lane closures. And it is actually ongoing now around Manor Circle Drive and Old Branch Avenue. And that will be wrap up early October. And that'll be the last of the hopefully major traffic impacts for that project. Next slide. So Clinton Zone Phase 4, since this is South County and everybody takes these roads, that began in November of 2024. I'm also managing this project. We're estimated to complete this project in fall of 2026. I think that's included paving and striping. I think everybody is aware of Brandywine Road being closed south of Old Branch Avenue and Piscataway. For the time being, that's set to reopen early October, early to mid-October. We're currently doing, we're installing 42-inch water main and we're replacing the 10-inch water main on Surratt's Road. Most of that work is on hold right now while they have Brandywine Road closed because of traffic. They're currently installing the 36-inch water main on Brandywine Road. And like I said, road closure up between Piscataway and Surratt's, we anticipate to reopen early to mid-October. Next slide. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? There's one. Marilyn, go ahead. You're muted.
Okay. First of all, I'm just remembering where we were with the project on Allentown and some of the issues we had to now and how we ended up. I really appreciate the fact that you all did respond to a lot of the issues that we had, because where I live, we couldn't get out of our homes, our Manger Street on Westchester because of some of the concern. I'm just curious, were there a few lessons learned? I know I made a couple phone calls, my neighbors made some things that going forward, because my in-laws live over near where the Clinton area where you all are working, so that you all will be making some changes as this project goes along?
Absolutely. I mean, we've started making changes with our Clinton Phase 4 project.
Okay.
More community outreach, more we're working with the Surratt's House on ingress and egress for their facility. And we know that house has been there obviously forever. That's why it's the Surratt's House. But I mean, it's an amazing place. I've been there, visited it when I was going to school. We will work with them to make sure that we still have access to those. Everybody has access to their homes. And we're taking it. We took the suggestions and the lessons that we learned from the other projects seriously. We're also going to be doing the same thing with our phased paving. Derek, do you have anything to say?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Derek Jones, the construction manager for WBSSC, Temple Hills Pipeline Construction. Yes, we did have. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, there were a lot of lessons learned. One thing, just to give you guys a heads up, I do reside in the area. So I do understand how much of Allentown Road is a heavy travel segue to 495 and Branch Avenue, as well as old Branch Avenue to Coventry Way and so forth, as well as Brandywine Road headed to Waldorf. One thing that we did learn was the project fatigue of this area. The purpose of the Allentown Road and Old Branch Avenue, which has been mentioned before, is the upgrading of the water distribution system and the upgrading of water distribution to our storage tanks, as well as the service area. Clinton Southern Zone is again a heavy segue for water distribution, as well as travelways. We did pay close attention to timing as far as materials regarding restoration of roadways or maintenance of roadways. We have reinforced certain standards and conditions to our contractors to reflect how we would like to do business and how the community should be treated. And that's not to say that you guys were treated unfairly, but we did make quality more important. I've been dealing with you guys since maybe October or so of 2024. Again, I am a resident. We appreciate you guys letting us get into the neighborhoods and these areas to do what we have to do. But yes, there were some lessons learned there. And those lessons learned will be incorporated in upcoming projects. You guys will not only see myself again, but myself now, but you will see the project team again. Tim Allen, Joy, Abigail, as this particular region is responsible for everything for plane construction. From Central Avenue all the way down to Brandywine. So I just wanted to give you guys a face to put the name to. If at any time you have any questions or concerns and you cannot reach the actual construction manager or Joy does not have the answers, please call me. I would rather you call me first before any others, but we can follow the chain and you guys have my contact and so forth and so forth. Again, as Tim has mentioned, he and I work hand to hand with all projects in this area. as well as others, and there will be a difference. One thing with Old Branch Avenue and Allentown Road, these were what we call transmission mains, meaning larger pipes. Again, Allentown Road was about 3.5 miles of replacement. Old Branch Avenue is about 2 miles of replacement. Typically, again, our planned construction is in neighborhoods or isolated areas. But due to this being larger mains and heavy traveled highways, we did run into some circumstances with you guys' help and attention. It prompted responses. And I thank you guys for your patience with both projects. As Joy mentioned, we not only try to communicate and be forthcoming. A lot of the instant updates or notifications. Keep in mind Nextdoor, Facebook, Twitter, X, and things of that nature. You guys have any other questions or concerns? Again, I'll reiterate what Tim has said. Branch Avenue, Brandywine Road, the closure began July of 2025. We will be there until about mid-October or so. Old Branch Avenue, between Allentown and alleyway, that portion is open now. The Kirby Road ramp is open now. Ongoing work along Old Branch Avenue and Manor Circle Drive is in progress. You will be there for about a good three or four weeks. We'll keep traffic moving with one lane closure. You guys may see some traffic disruption there due to expedite work and gain working hours. We did coordinate with DPI to extend our permit hours. Again, that is in the effort to kind of expedite the work. Again, Old Branch Avenue is about 98% complete. The areas that are not final paved now will be final paved shortly. Allentown Road, the only work remaining there is at the intersection of Allentown and Old Branch Avenue. And again, Brandywine Road, you guys have the segue to move about for the time being through Clinton Manor Drive and Stewart Road down Rats Road. And again, if you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to speak now. Again, we will be active not only as this project finishes, but we do have numerous projects throughout the area. Just to give you guys a heads up, and I'm not going to be too much longer. You got Allentown Road Part 2 coming up, which is between Allentown and Steed Road, Allentown and Tucker Road, right near Friendly Junkyard and the fire station there. We had that community meeting about maybe about two months ago, about six to eight weeks or so ago. You guys will begin to see some activity there. We are heavily involved with communication with the school boards and so forth and so forth. But again, Derek Jones, construction manager, Temple Hills. I'm here to help.
All right, thank you so much. Is that everyone? Anybody has any questions?
This is a question in the chat.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh. Is asking Miss Hamilton, can
Oh, that's for
WSC?
me, right?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. Interesting. I will ask our social media manager what's possible, you know? Let me thank you for bringing that up.
What's the question,
Um,
Jen?
Can WSSC post updates to the Ring and Neighbors apps when we post to Nextdoor? So I will see what we're kind of plugged into actually using on the regular, but Luis can help us determine. Yeah.
Right. So ring as well, meaning the home cameras, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So I'll dig into that with our social media manager, and thank you so much for bringing that up.
Okay.
I'm going to put my contact in the chat as well. I know you guys, it's on the PowerPoint, but I'm going to put my contact in the chat as well.
Okay. Appreciate that. Anyone else has any other questions? All right, we're going to move on. I see that there's Commissioner LaShonda Henderson in the chat. I want to welcome you from Commission for Veterans. I want to welcome you. Would you like to say a few words?
Good evening, all. Just want to remind you all that the Office of Veteran Affairs in Prince George's County is open and available if you have questions or veterans who need support, financial support, housing support, health support. I'll put the information in the chat. The commission meets once a month, the first Monday at 7 p.m. And I'll put that information in the chat as well. We see a lot of changes that are happening with the Office of Veteran Affairs, but support is available. There is a women's veterans page to follow now, as well as there's more support in financing around caregivers for veterans as well. So you can connect with myself or the Office of Veteran Affairs. We have a new director for the Office of Veteran Affairs here in Prince George's County, and that is Director George. He will be at the air show for this weekend, starting tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So he'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday if you'd like to meet him if you're going to be at the air show. But he also welcomes walk-in into his office as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions for Ms. Henderson? No?
And I just like to say I do live in the Camp Springs area, and I did just join the association on the website while we were talking. So thank you for that shout out.
Welcome, welcome, and we're pleased to have you. We are pleased to have you.
Delante, so Ms. Henderson, are you willing to serve and support us in the membership committee?
I signed up for the community outreach committee and the education committee as well.
Okay. Because even if this one has to be an ad hoc, it doesn't have to be, for the rest of the year, just kind of brainstorming, particularly people who are already out and working in the community and working, really would like to have your feedback.
Definitely willing to pitch information and ideas, but my area of expertise is data and technology. And so I'm really good with community engagement in that manner. So
I know a couple of members on in the meeting now. Probably ears were just happy to hear what you just shared. Anyway,
thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right.
Delante,
Yes.
this is Angel. I just have
How you
one
doing,
quick question for Ms.
Yes,
Henderson.
ma'am.
And if there's any resources that you would like to share that we can put up on our website to help our veterans in the area, or any types of programs, please feel free to reach out to us. I will put, I think we have Delante, what is the address that people can send correspondence to?
Well, we have
Or Maryland, do you? I'll put it in the chat. I'll find it and put it in the chat. No worries.
Definitely. I'll definitely send the information, especially when we're seeing some changes around the health care issues. If you served in any way, shape, or form in any capacity, you have access to the VA health care. So I want to make sure that I provide those resources as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, Councilmember Burrows never came back. So we at the end of our agenda. I have some couple of announcements to make. I want everybody to know what's going on. So here Friday, there's a gospel concert Friday, September the 19th at Ebenezer AME Church, and that's 7707 Allentown Road, and that's at 7:00. I want y'all to know that's what's happening in the community. Also, there's a Community Health and Wellness Day, Saturday, September the 13th at 11 to 3, and that's at Beltway Church of Christ at 6000 Davis Boulevard in Camp Springs, Maryland. And also, we'll have a table there. So if you have your membership, you can come there and register and pay there. Bring your checks there if you need be. We'll be there accepting checks. Also, I just want to bring up keep in mind that this weekend and was Sunday, Friday, Saturday. Well, they've been flying around today too. Joint Base Andrews, the air show, it's Saturday and Sunday. So, you see all the planes flying around. Don't get discouraged, but take some good pictures. All right. We are at the end of our agenda for the day, for this meeting. Does anybody else have anything else that they want to bring up, Madam Ms. Taylor? Did I miss anything?
Thank you, covered everything. Miss Miss Vicky. I'm gonna say Miss Vicky. She has a question.
Okay.
And then Miss LaShonda has another. She has her hand up.
All right, go ahead, Miss Vicky.
So my question is, I don't know if you're able to answer it, but I got the flyer advertising for the concert tomorrow night, and it has a QR code on there. And when I tried to use the QR code to RSVP, I was unable to do so.
Interesting, because I have the same flyer in front of me at the moment, and I did that, and I was able to get in.
Yeah, it's sent to a DC church location or something.
I'm with you, Miss Vicky. I had the same problem.
Okay, great.
I couldn't do it either.
What you got the dial-up
It's
phones
several
on?
people. Miss Sheila, she had the problem. We all had the problem.
Okay, so
I feel bad now.
I didn't have any problems. All right, so now we have that issue. Ms. Henderson?
So I also wanted to let everyone know that the Elks Lodge here in Camp Springs has a Veterans Day cookout that they're doing on September 20th from 12 to 5. And you can find them on their IG social media. So just look for the Elks Lodge for Camp Springs on their social media spaces is where they're advertising it.
Oh, you know what? Oh, thank you for that. Well, let me say, I gotta say something. President Harrison, Miss Woody.
You say who?
Miss Woody. Where'd she go?
Oh, at the parks.
Come on, Miss Woody. Miss Woody, can you unmute yourself? I'm gonna unmute you. Look, unmute.
I don't think she's here.
She's here. Cause she just put something in the. I'm just gonna write her email down because I misplaced it.
Did you hear me?
Now,
There you
yes,
go, Miss
ma'am.
Woody. There you go.
Yes, I was unable to unmute from my end, so thank you so much for doing that. I'm Jacqueline Woody, and I work for the Department of Parks and Recreation, Prince George's County. And your tax dollars are very well invested in our department, so I hope you would take advantage of our services and programs. So who is that who recognized me? Miss Monique?
Taylor.
Who? Miss
Monique Taylor. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know what's going on with the, like over on, the park on, oh Lord, what is it? What's the name of the park?
Which
What's the
part?
name of that? The one on, East Camp Springs. Right now, my mind isn't working.
The park in East Camp Springs, and I'm not exactly sure.
It's off of Off Road Park, Road Village
Off-road.
Park. Yes, ma'am.
It's like a neighborhood park?
Yes.
No, but I can check it out for you.
Yeah,
Is that where they're
they
putting
were
the
doing,
lights?
they were renovating that. And I was just, because I misplaced the card and I was just trying to get a status report.
Is the park or center?
No, it's a park.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
park. It's where our Camp Springs Boys and Girls Club. They practice there, and they're like Parks and Planet is redoing that whole thing. They're going to do a beautiful job, and I was just checking,
The
just asking.
status.
Yes, and
it's
I
near the
misplaced the card. I'm always losing cards.
the park is near the Princeton Elementary School.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
okay. All right. I'm familiar with
Yes.
that area, but yeah, I will check it out for you.
Thank you, Miss Woody.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right. So as we went to the last of our agenda, we want to thank our guests for coming out. Thank
You
you
have
for
a
the community.
question? You have a question in the chat?
In the chat. Okay, let me check it out.
Yes. Has anyone noticed the massive amount of trees being removed on Walton Avenue at the intersection of Armand? Who do we speak to find out if it has been approved by the county?
I don't know.
Hi, everybody. My name is Erica. I'm Carolyn's daughter. We live here on Walton Avenue in the cul-de-sac. And right there at the corner of Armand Avenue and Walton Avenue, it used to be fully wooded as of like the last couple of months. And someone who we believe is a homeowner that's doing some major renovations has cut down almost half the trees. It's a huge area of trees and now it's almost clear. We don't believe that they are county of,
Okay, this is
official
what you
county
do.
people. Yeah,
This is
because
what you do.
it's
If
been-
you put it in 311
311.
and
Yeah,
say
it also-
exactly what you're saying is,
Mhm.
give the address and say that you think, say what you said. You don't think it's being done officially.
Yeah, we did that. We did call
It-
311 and put in a,
And what they say?
what they say, Mom?
They said that they asked us questions whether or not it was, we have a homeowners association. I said no. She asked me, we're part of the Camp Springs Civic Association. I said some people may be, but in other words, they didn't give me an answer as to whether or not the area was authorized for removal, for tree removal. And
So
she
you
didn't-
talk
didn't
to
give me-
someone, why don't you
You got
put
it.
it, go to 311, go actually in the app and put it on,
Online?
put it on, when you document,
Yeah.
if I call you, I could say, I didn't call you. Put it in the system.
Okay, go online and put the complaint.
Yes, and that
Yes,
should
ma'am.
be, and then they should turn that over to DPI, because they shouldn't be responding. That should go to DPI.
Okay.
Is there a
Yes, ma'am.
website? How can we submit the document?
No, you have to go to 311. We have a,
Online 311? Is there a website?
There's an
311?
app. There's an app and there's an app and the website.
Oh, okay, we didn't know that.
but you
Okay.
can
Yeah.
go to, if you go to the app, whatever, I don't know if you have Android or Apple, you go to the store and, do we do PG 311?
TG1 311. Yes.
Yes.
PG311.com?
Yes,
No,
but
that's to go to the app. But I guess you
it's best
could
to do it with the app.
Okay.
let me look it up real quick.
It's
for
best to
you.
do it with the app, and also because you can take pictures and show. You want to have evidence of
pictures.
showing them.
We
Yeah, you
have
want to
plenty of
definitely, do it with the app because that's in writing, and
Okay.
we can follow up behind it. Phone calls, it's kind of wish-washy, but when we have the app and actually you filed, because you're filing a case. You got to think of it like legal thing. You're filing a case, so you want to make sure that you have everything documented down so we can track back and say, hey, yo, you guys didn't do your job.
Right. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
But
you.
look in the chat, someone gave you, because you can do the app,
Just that.
PGC 311,
Mhm.
and then Miss Price gave you the website that you can
Okay. I
get
took a
on
picture
and
of it.
go
I have
to.
it. I took a picture of it. I have it. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Yes. We all here to work together.
Thanks again.
Yes. All right. Does anybody else
I
have more
will be going
questions?
to the church to put in my application fee.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We'll take it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Has anybody else any questions? If not, if all minds are clear, what I got from my predecessors, all minds are clear,
Mhm.
then we are going to end the meeting at the time of 8:25. Our next meeting will be on August the 9th, 2025.
September.
September
September,
October.
October.
October 9th. Okay.
October the 9th.
Okay.
I want everyone to have a safe evening, safe the rest of your week, and good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Good night. Thank
Good
you.
night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good job.
Good night.
Good night.
See ya. Oh, let me get off of here. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, baby.